Good morning. It's Bill, the knee pain guru. Today is Monday, October 28th, 2019. Today we're going to talk about how to organize and prioritize knee pain relief. We'll be answering questions here after the short presentation. So if you'd like to put in your questions, comments, any remarks you might have about the video over in the comment section or the live chat, I will address those after I'm done. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to my channel, as well as turn on notifications for future videos on the subject of knee pain. Okay, let's see. We're going to talk about how to organize and prioritize knee pain relief. And here's the problem that I see many people suffering with knee pain running into. They get spun out, like the pain comes back, and now they don't know what to do. And the fact that the body has been in pain for an extended period of time, usually dealing with chronic pain, it changes our brain, how we think, how we feel, how we move. Pain, it's a fact of life that pain will change how we operate. That's a fundamental understanding of what's going on in the body before we move forward. And when that pain, it comes back, you stepped off the curb, you got out of your car a funny way, whatever it is, and the pain like rushes back, you don't know what to do first. And then you think of what to do to get out of pain, or you're trying to ignore it. And then you're trying to remember, what worked? Do I just take Tylenol, Advil, Nuprin just to get it out of my mind? I gotta push through my day. So there's not an understanding of what to do first, what to do next, who to listen to or who to believe, especially when you've been suffering for a long period of time, and there hasn't really been anyone that gives you an answer that feels like it's actionable and it makes a difference, because it all hurts. That's the tricky space. And the conventional approach to addressing knee pain is all about numbing it. And the problem with numbing it, what do you mean prescription drugs, shots? The problem with numbing it is when the numbing agent wears off, the same neurological pattern is still there when the numbing agent wears off. So it's kind of a conundrum to be in. Welcome those that are on the call. If you'd like to enter any comments or questions, please enter those in now. Okay. So the pain strikes. And now your brain gets all scrambled because now what do I do first? What do I do next? Essentially, you've got to get to a place mentally to go, what I've been doing isn't working. It's almost like a 12-step program for knee pain. You got to get to a place where it's like, okay, pushing through pain is never going to get me out of pain. Like from a fundamental level, there's a time and place for the body to be pushed, not right now. So when you start out in pain, you can't push through the pain and get out of pain. We have to do something different in that moment when the body experiences pain. And this is where the organizing and prioritizing knee pain, understanding what to do to get relief, is key for complete knee pain elimination. It's just a different game. Most people are playing checkers. We're playing chess. Okay, first, get your mind centered and balanced. And this is probably the most difficult part about it, because you're being crazy with the pain, wanting the pain to go away. And the more frantic you get, the more emotional you get. And you see that across the board in a lot of situations in life right now, where getting yourself upset and emotional makes you do bad things, makes you do things that are actually going to make the situation worse. I know I was guilty of it in my life. Getting upset about stuff, saying things I didn't mean, doing things that I regretted, and things like that. So there's this place when the pain hits, getting yourself spun out is not going to get you closer to being out of pain. So it's slowing things down, getting centered and balanced. It's the key. Almost like you're a third-party observer of what's going on in your knee or in your body, if we're talking about pain in other areas. Hips and lower back are a famous part. So that's the first step. Get your mind centered and balanced. We got to look at the pain objectively. I know it sucks. I know the pain. I know it hurts. But this is key in order to make educated decisions that are going to move you forward so you don't revert back to that place. First step, get the brain centered and balanced. Second, identify the location of the pain. This is part of how we think differently because we have pain. I ask people what's going on in their knee. They're like, my knee hurts. It's like the whole knee hurts. And if I really start asking questions, what we could do is begin to narrow it down to where exactly in the knee it hurts. Hurts in the kneecap, or hurts behind the knee. It hurts inside the knee towards the other leg. It hurts outside the knee towards the outside of the body. Does it hurt below the knee joint, above the knee joint? These are all significantly different places. This is not part of yes, it's part of the knee. However, we have distinctions and nuances we need to look at in order to zero in on exactly what's going on with the knee. So identifying the location of the pain is going to make a big difference. A diagnosis can be helpful, but it doesn't necessarily point to where it hurts in the knee. There's a lot of people that if you look on an x-ray, a CT scan, or an MRI, and it'll say, oh, the medial side or the inside of the knee is all warm, but I have pain on the outside of my knee. Can't make sense of it. That's because the doctors are taking an anatomy picture of what's going on, but it's not necessarily your experience. Your experience of pain is what we're addressing, and your way out of pain is going to be illuminated based on getting your mind clear and then identifying. The more specific you get, the easier it's going to be to relieve what's going on in that specific area, because then we can learn what is the specific tension pattern that's going on. So first, get your mind clear, centered, and balanced. Second, identify the location of the pain. Third, create comfort in that spot. And this requires an understanding of anatomy and physiology. Not necessarily. No, it doesn't. That's not correct. We have to look at the intrinsic movement of the joint. Your knee is comprised of 4 bones. The femur, the bone in the lower leg. The tibia, the main bone, femur, main bone, edit, take 2. The femur, which is the bone in the upper leg. The tibia, the main bone in the lower leg. The fibula, the bone on the outside of the lower leg. And the kneecap. Those are the 4 bones. And there's relationships of those bones that begin to move and tug at the connective tissue, the fascia, the bones, the tendons, the ligaments, the fluid. It begins to move this around, which inhibits the natural movement of the knee. And it interferes with the nerves. When it interferes with the nerves, it causes pain. So beginning to understand these intrinsic movements of how those tiny little nerves that are the width of an eyelash are being squeezed in the knee, sending a signal to your brain that you have pain, begins to illuminate the path on how we need to create comfort in your knee to get you out of pain. So it doesn't matter what your diagnosis is. It doesn't matter how long you've been in pain. It doesn't matter how old you are. You got a body, you got a nervous system, you feel pain, which means there is comfort in there somewhere, and we just need to begin to get your brain in a place to identify where it hurts. Calm your brain down. Second, identify the location of the pain. And 3, create that position of comfort so it begins to move you out of pain. Super simple. The problem is, if the brain's not in a good place, you can't start this process. Okay. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe to my channel, The Knee Pain Guru. Turn on notifications for future videos. Make sure you share this video. You know that limp, it's important. Okay, and then the last point in that process. So your mind centered and balanced, identify the location of the pain, create comfort in that spot, and then you repeat it. But here's the interesting part. The pain doesn't come back in the same place. It shifts and changes. So it's important to have your brain reset every time we're looking at the knee. Looking at the quality of the pain. Did the pain move? Did the pain change? Did it go to another part of your body? Did it go to another part of your knee? So it's a process. Okay, questions, comments, nasty remarks, put them over in the comments section over here for the live chat. If you're watching the replay, please put in your comments below, as I will use them for future videos, as topics for future videos. And here we go. Debanga, I asked you earlier, the pain comes up in a squatting position, outer side of the body. You're going to have to ask a better question than that. There's pain when you squat. So there's a tension pattern that is evident both in your knees, probably your feet, your ankles, your shins, your calves, your knees, your hamstrings, your quads, and your hips and your lower back. And we need to address those tension patterns in those areas of the body that are contributing to the pattern of when you squat. Okay. No more questions, comments, nasty remarks? Oh, yeah. This is good stuff. There is, just to let you know, I have a October private coaching special that's going on. No, you don't start jogging. Listen to the video again. Oh my goodness. You got to change the neurological patterns. You got to change the neurological patterns before you start going into exercise. It's like a recipe. You got to do the right things in the right order, in the right amounts, with the right timing. It's like a recipe to baking a cake. If you do it out of order, you're not going to get a cake. You're going to get a mess. So you talk about squat, you got pain when you squat, the outer side of the body. That pain, that pattern doesn't go away just because you start jogging. You have to look, we have to look deeper into the body. Einstein said, you can't address a problem on the level that the problem was created. You have to come from a higher level. Most people are looking at knee pain purely on a physical level. What do I do to strengthen the calves, the quads, the hamstrings, leg raises, leg curls, leg extensions? It's on a physical level. You have to change the neurological pattern that is causing the irritation of the nerves, resulting in pain when you squat. If you don't address that and you can't squat without pain, jogging is not going to make it go away. Hey, okay. Any other questions? And part of these videos is to educate you so you can see the bigger picture. This is like a 3D or 4D chessboard that we're playing here. This isn't checkers. If you want to play checkers, go find a doctor or physical therapist who wants to play that. I'm like levels above that. We're talking about changing the neurological patterns that are going on in your body. You don't want to play that, you probably don't want to be here. If you do, I can get you out of pain in a very short period of time because we're bypassing, you're not doing all of the jumping through all the hoops that you think you need to do in the hopes that you'll get out of pain. You're doing the specific thing that is going to give you comfort right now. Not in a week, not in a day, not in a month, not in 3 months, not the hope that you do this for 6 weeks, 6 months, and it may be better. We're not talking about incremental improvement. This is talking about you focusing on what you want to do to change the patterns in your knee that get you out of pain. It's bypassing the whole system that is out there that people are stuck in. It's a different conversation. Okay, Dejan. When I sit long, I feel pressure on the knees all the time. Okay. Then there's a tension pattern when you sit that needs to be addressed, probably in the hips and lower back. There may be an imbalance in your pelvis. There may be stuff going on in your knees that need to be addressed as well. Head on over to my website. Get on my newsletter list, thekneepainguru.com. Head on over there. Get on my newsletter list. Start receiving my newsletter. Take advantage. I only have a few more days left for it's an October private coaching special. We work for 2 weeks. Get you results in your knee. And then at that point, if you want to continue working, I have some options, whether it's a private or group coaching that we could work with. But I don't have time to waste. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want you to waste my time either. Fair? Start getting your results, getting you moving in that direction. Your biggest challenge in getting out of pain, and I promise you this, your biggest challenge will not be in your knee. Will not be in your knee. It'll be up here. Okay. Give the video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to my channel. Turn on notifications for future videos. Share with your friends, social media, all that kind of good stuff. Next video is going to be, when are we doing today? Thursday, on Halloween. I can't promise you I'll be dressed up, but we will do a video on Halloween. Okay, everybody, thank you so much. Those that participated, those that showed up, those that are going to watch the replay, appreciate you very much. And have a great day. See you on the next one.